All right, kick drums on there. Hopefully this looks good. Can you even see it? Yeah, good enough. The suitcase drum kit. What if I turned it into a virtual instrument? Wouldn't that be cool? What if I found a friend that makes amazing plugins and we synthesized it? We turn this into something that you can use. Let me know. Just a thought. Yo, I am Unique. Cheers to 100 videos. To me, this is a very significant milestone because it's my proof of work. It shows my effort. Oh, I wrote some things down because I knew I'd be sleepy, and I didn't want to forget all the announcements I need to make as well. 100 videos, looking back at my catalog, it's a very good feeling if you're a creator, seeing that your work is out there and it's there, and it almost reflects back to you. So if you forget, if you begin to doubt yourself, you can look at all the work that you've done and you can remember how you felt when you made it and put you back into that perspective of being creative and excited about it. Woo! Going a little deep. The coffee is working. I do have some announcements to make, so stay tuned for that. But first, let me show you my music YouTube studio. Just a brief little tour. Okay, I'm going to do this vlog style because that is just way cooler, right? Come along, my friend. This is the portion of my lovely space that you are most familiar with. It's the music making area. Yes, this is a callback to my DIY home studio build. It was a 9-episode series on me turning this stinky, kind of dilapidated little outbuilding in my backyard of my wonderful home and making it a musical YouTube studio. Some of the projects included these acoustic panels. Now check this out. With one hand, I can pick them up and take them off because I made this cool mount system. That's a plus. Now where to put this acoustic panel? I'll need to move that later. That's not gonna help. Okay, woo! I also made this acoustic pegboard because it does have the insulation in it, so it acts as an acoustic panel, but it is a utility feature as well that I've been experimenting with. Shout out to my wife for this lovely little feature she surprised me with. It says, "You're cooler than this block of wood," and this block of wood is pretty cool. Now, if you don't think that's love, there's something wrong with you. And turn up the volume of your heart. Let's talk about some of the gear. You wanna know about my gear? Let's turn this puppy around. I have a M Audio Fast Track C600. I bought it a few years back, mainly because it had 4 XLR inputs and 2 headphone outputs. Also M Audio, I'm using their Axiom Air Mini 32. I like it because it has 32 keys as opposed to the 25, the 2 octave that normally goes with portable. The pads are a lot better too. I was using this guy because it's orange, the Novation Launch Key Mini, but the MIDI was like glitching out, but it kind of stopped working. So this one's cool, and I personalized it with the little mnemonic sticker right there. Jolly good. And my speakers or my monitors are some KRKs. They're gold and they're awesome. I bought those off Craigslist several years ago. This is my bass. It was a Squier J bass, like really beginner. And when I was in college down in Orlando at Full Sail University, I kind of hacked away at the body. I grinded off that glossy black, and then I cut away the body. I cut too much away from this side. It kind of slides off your leg if you're holding it. And then I took out the frets, so I converted it to a fretless bass, which I think is really awesome. I love doing slides on a bass. Also, this is the Golden Axe of Fury. Yep, there it is. I changed the neck on it and put some extra plinky strings on it, spray painted it. Very difficult to play because the intonation is terrible. My banjo, I traded a Vietnam veteran my 48-inch flat screen TV for this puppy. It's a Harmony Marquis. They were made in China, but it's lovely. I love my banjo. I have some strings right there that I need to put on it. some new strings. I'm gonna put that there as a reminder. Ooh, here's a pile of instruments. I have my accordion, kalimba, glockenspiel, which is like, you know, kind of like a xylophone-ish. This is the Korg Mono Tribe, an awesome little synth. I have a flute, which I don't play, tin can microphone, bongos, and a stack of headphones that, yeah, that's where you put them, right? Just right on the ground. M Audio Key Studio, the Casio SA46. This, Akai says it's mobile. It's not even battery powered, but you can load it with samples. I want to use that for some live performances. This is a DDJ SB. I don't use that too often. Oh, and this is my record crate from when I used to DJ house parties. It's just chock full of stickers. Oh, that's a video right there, some kids' toys. I just sticker bomb the whole thing throughout the years. I love that. It's like memories. That thing's been through a whole lot. I pushed everything out so I would have more space because I want to start doing more live performance stuff, more musical things. Maybe some covers of songs or like live remixes or live performances just here in the studio. And I really wanted a drum set, and that takes me to my next instrument. This is, I introduced to you this suitcase drum kit. Now I've had this suitcase for a while, and I actually had other hardware on it, but this was a project that my wife and I were a part of called Golden Apples. It was just us two making some music. We have some songs up. We did a music video in San Francisco. Shout out to Sean if you're watching this. Yeah. Now if I attach this to here. All right. Oh, I forgot about my plant. Shout out to my plant. That's nice. That's it though. Next is the green screen. I mounted it to the wall. I have a secret project that I'm working on, an entirely different channel, music related. I've said too much already. This is my DIY softbox made out of cardboard and some random scraps of wood that were lying around the house. I made a base for it, and yeah, inside of it is an actual light, the light that came with the other softbox. So I'm leaving all my videos, all of my 100 videos at this point up. I've definitely thought about deleting some of them. Some of them are just straight up cringy. Some of them are just straight up mistakes. Me figuring things out. I use different video editing software, different microphones, different lighting setups. I've tried so much in the first like year of me being on YouTube. It was nice because I didn't have much of a following at all, and I was able to experiment, and I think that's really important. Next corner. This is the arts and crafts area, which is, see, I told you I would need to move this at some point. This is where I put the baby monitor because it gets the best signal back to the house and I can see it. So hopefully the kids keep sleeping. But this was arts and crafts, and as you can tell, it's been taken over by music gear, props, and ideas for future videos. There's just some gear. There's a bag of cables, some camera equipment, a broken turntable and a broken mixer. Very sad. But that's okay because I have a portable scratch turntable on the way from Germany. The SC1000. That will be in every single song on my album. That's what started my really deep-seated love for music, was turntablism. Moving on to the last and final corner, and really the most important part of this section of the studio is that guy right there, the air conditioning unit. And these are cardboard acoustic panels that I made. So there was this thick cardboard that I got from work. I used some of the leftover insulation and put some fabric on it. So I got really awesome, extremely light acoustic panels that I think I'm gonna mount to that wall right now. As you can tell, they're just leaning. And then that is a picture on canvas of my wedding day. This is Pikes Peak in Garden of the Gods. That is my hometown. I look at it, I love it. Let's sit down. This camera is like way too heavy. And the one thing I forgot to show you, check this out. Regular mic stand, but then on this side is just a white board. I would put this right here and the light from that one would bounce off and soften the shadow on my face. I've learned a few things with making mistakes with all these videos. 100 videos, I'm very excited. I wrote some things down so I wouldn't forget. My children are beginning to make noises on the monitor, so let's move quickly, shall we? And talking about kids, with Boom Bap Art on Instagram. Shout out to you, man. I really enjoy your music and your videos. The big announcement I'm focused on my debut album. I've done a bunch of music in the past. I am on Spotify. There's one song out there, and I actually did some rapping on one of my buddy's beats, Mr. J Hab, Big Hab, Haverland. He put out an album, and I was featured on one of those tracks. So if you want to hear me rap about some straight up, like, doomsday, it's coming to get you stuff, I kind of went a little hard on that. The reason I'm saying all of this is because my debut album, As Eumonic, is going to be 7 songs. All of the sounds will be played by me, acoustic guitar, banjo. I wish my mandolin didn't break, but I may use some virtual instruments just because of the limitations, but I want to use them as little as possible. I want to use my bass a lot more, my guitar, and then a whole lot of scratching. So just stay tuned for that. What that means though for my channel is that I'm still going to be putting out videos, but at a much slower pace, probably once a week. I want to get back into just what I love in making music. That's really my big announcement. Aside from the other thing that I alluded to earlier, I have a whole other project that I'm working on. It's another channel, it's a different brand. It's certainly music related, but it's a little bit more fun and maybe a little bit more childish. That's all I'll say. Thank you for joining me along the ride. This is a progression. I hope you can see the progress I've made in my videos. That's why I haven't taken any videos down. If you have any questions about how I do what I do, if I've missed things in here that you're curious about, let me know. I know this means more to me than it does to you, but if there is anything I can help with, certainly let me know. I'm all yours via the comment section. And there it is. My lovely little space in the world where I can make music. This is a perfect spot for an outro. I'm gonna go turn the air conditioning off so we can hear the birds and the sounds of nature as the sun rises on the horizon. All right, I think that wraps it up. 100 videos. Very proud of that. It shows my effort and the intention and the progression, the story, the narrative of how I became Eumonic and how I got to this space, which is really interesting. I didn't mention it earlier, but when I hit 100 subscribers, that's when Eumonic came to be. I made a really awesome video. I'll also link it in this card because if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I scored it, the sound effects, everything. But I said that I was going to reveal the music studio, which I did slightly, but now you really get to see it at 100 videos. So we did it proper this time, finally. And for those that were curious, I hope that satisfied your curiosities. Like I said before, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I'm going to go cook some bacon.